Today we celebrate the third Sunday of Easter. The Gospel reading from Luke takes us on the road to Emmaus, the path on which we face both the struggles and doubts of life, along with the insights and connections that Jesus offers. The two disciples, most likely a husband and wife, are returning to their home in Emmaus, discouraged and distraught about all that happened to Jesus in Jerusalem. Their hopes were shattered when his sufferer died a cruel death. When the risen Lord encounters the disciples on the way, their doubts and disappointments prevent them from recognizing him. In response to their concerns, Jesus unpacked the Jewish scriptures, showing them why the Messiah would suffer and die. Giving of self for others, even to the point of death, becomes the path to glory for Jesus, as well as for anyone who chooses to follow him. The Emmaus search for wisdom continues as they invite and yet unrecognized Jesus into their home. As they share a meal, he takes bread, blesses it, breaks it, and gives it to them. In that very moment, they recognize Jesus, but he quickly vanishes from their sight. In reflecting upon their experience on the road and at table, they realize two things. Firstly, their hearts were burning within as he unpacked the scriptures for them. And secondly, they recognized him in the breaking of the bread. Knowing such wisdom and connection had to be shared, they immediately returned to the other disciples to tell their imagined story. During this global crisis, like the two disciples on the road to Emmaus, we too are also facing the great difficulties, challenges, worries, and uncertainties about how and when this virus is going to end. With doubts and disbelief, the risen Christ made himself present in the midst of our uncertainties during this self-isolation. Our risen Lord does not isolate himself from us, but he makes himself available to us and for us in this suffering world. I'm fully aware that this crisis has strongly impacted everyone during this COVID-19. But remember, our risen Lord, who constantly draws near and always walks with us as we journey to our own Emmaus. With the risen Christ, let us also together, as we pray for those people who have been working tirelessly during this COVID-19, especially to our doctors, nurses, medical staff, police officers, parents and teachers, and everyone who have been so diligently in making everything possible and available for us. Together, we will get through this.